We were horrible. I grew up on music like The Cure and The Smiths. Yeah, all the stuff from England. So everything I sang back in high school and when I was in a band, you know, it all came out sounding like this. Oh my God. Yeah. So seriously, no, does anybody in here have that album from Blue October called The Answers? Yeah. All right, well check this out. On your way home, pop that bitch in, okay? And listen to this certain track called Tomorrow, all right? Okay, whatever. It's pretty bad. I mean, I must have still had that channeling Morrissey thing because it's like, tomorrow, I'm gonna find a way to die. It's just, oh, if I could take that back. But anyway, I'm gonna try and stay on task tonight here. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was in this band, right? At 16, it was called The Last Wish. Ooh. And you know, you're in a band at age 16 in high school, you know, to change the world. You know, it was to pick up chicks, just straight up. You know, and I was the lead singer. You know, that's right. And so anyway. We were playing this little bitty gig downtown Houston, Texas, at this little place called the Last Concert Cafe, which I later found out was a whorehouse. And no, I'm serious. That's not a joke. I'm serious. It was a whorehouse. When you come and knock on the door, it was like a undercover whorehouse. They didn't just like sell that shit. But you had to knock on the door and they'd open up this little bitty gate and window and they'd say, "What's the password?" And it'd be like purple overdose and they'd be like, "Get your ass in here quick," you know? But so I was 16 playing whorehouses. I had instant street cred, you know? I felt cool, you know? And when I was 16, I had this ego, like huge, you know? But I remember that night, Last Wish, we tore it up. And then I came up to the leader of the band, Greg Hammond. And I said, "Hey Greg, do you mind if I get up there after we're done and play this song? I've been working on it, just me and my acoustic, you know?" And he goes, "Oh, by yourself, right?" I was like, "Yeah, man." And he goes, "Of course you would, you showboating son of a bitch, you know?" And I wasn't asking for permission, I was gonna do it anyway, but I was being nice. So I got up there, right? And I'm alone by myself, and like, when you're 16 and in a band, you know, your parents still run shit. It's not like you do, you know? They still pack your shit in their Suburban and take you to the whorehouse to play show. Hey, you know, I give it up for them. But tonight, specifically, all the parents were there and all their friends and stuff, their church friends and stuff, and my parents were working, because they worked really hard. So I got up there and I sat there and I played this song all by myself. Skills all over the audience, you know? And the audience, after I was done, was just like this. Just dead quiet. Their mouth was like... So what does my ego ass say to myself? I'm sitting there going, I just blew them the fuck away. I'm fucking speechless. Look at that. So I leave that night, I grab my guitar, leave, the audience is just quiet. I'm like, yeah, bitch, you know, and I leave that night, I go home just on cloud nine, this natural high, like, wow, I am so good. I lay down to go to sleep. I wake up the next morning, my dad wakes me up, right? He's like, "Hey, Justin, you need to come out here, dog. I just got a call from Greg Hammond's dad. He wants to hold a parents' meeting. Something happened last night." And I'm like, "Oh shit. Yeah, something happened last night." I get it. He's like, "What's this all about?" I was like, "You'll find out." And in my head, I'm thinking, they're so fucking blown away that they're gonna put all their savings that they've saved their kids, they're gonna get us a fucking record deal because of my shit. You know? So, me and my crew, my mom, my dad, myself, we roll over there 3 deep in our blue Pinto, you know, because we kind of lived in the hood in Houston, Texas. And everybody else in the band lived in Bel Air, you know? Hey, good job, you know? But I remember because we're in our Pinto, we get out, and I remember coming up to these big ass doors, man, like 10 feet tall, and I push them open, and the air conditioner hits me. It's like slow motion, I'm walking in that bitch just like, what's up? Yeah, I'm here, let's do this, yay! So we get up in there, and everybody's sitting in a circle in this really nice living room. I didn't want to touch nothing. And everybody's in the circle, the parents, the kid, parents, kid, and so on and so on. And my dad's sitting right here, and my mama, sweet little mom, is sitting right to the right of me, right? So we're sitting there quietly, and all of a sudden Greg Hammond's father leans forward, and I remember Greg Hammond's father because he had this really fucked up beard, right? I'm sorry, but it was his red beard. He had a patch here. He had a patch up by his nose, like a patch on his neck. And all I wanted to do was just shave that shit because I couldn't concentrate. That's what I remember. Anyway, I'm sorry. There I go again. Anyway, he leans forward and he says, "I'd like to call this meeting to order." And I'm like, damn. They're taking this shit seriously. We're about to get some bucks up in here. We're worried about Justin. Then he proceeded to say, we didn't really agree with what he sang about last night, and we're worried about him, and personally, I don't want my son involved with him anymore in the band. And I don't think any of the other parents do either. They're like, no, we don't. So it's in the open, let's talk about it. Mr. and Mrs. Furstenfeld, what do you think? And I look at my dad and he's like, what the fuck did you do? And then I look at my sweet mom to the right, and she's just such a sweet little Christian lady, right? So she loves her son, right? She loves her son. She's just starting to get red in the face, and I'm thinking, oh man, what's wrong with you? You know? And she just stands up out of nowhere. Everything goes in slow motion. Now I don't know why this happened, but all of a sudden she grabbed the nicest lamp and she's like, "Fuck your lamp!" Glass everywhere, right? My dad stands up. He's like, "Yeah, fuck y'all, bring out this dude." And then gangster rap comes on this intercom. I'm sorry, it didn't happen that way at all. I tend to over-exaggerate things, but just if you could stop for a second and think of how cool that would have been. That's my parents, yo, my peeps. Anyway, what happened was I leaned forward. I was like, hey, I said, Mr. Hammond. I'm gonna go ahead and quit this band, and I'm gonna start a little project I've been working on called Blue October. And and I said it with such determination, like, we're gonna start a project called Blue October. You know? And he was like, so? You know? So I told my parents, let's bounce, and or let's go. Sorry. And we got back in the Pinto, and we're rolling home. I'm chilling in the back with a shit-eating grin on my face, right? My mom's right here, my dad's right there. They're not saying anything. And I'm just like... Because I'm thinking in my head at 16 years old, wow, all that shit just happened because of one song. Wow. And then I'm thinking to myself, you know what? That's some bullshit. That's the first and last time I'm ever going to let anyone tell me what I can and can't say in a song, right there. So at age 16, the sky was the limit, you know? So we got home, we pull up in the driveway, my dad unlocks the door, comes inside, he's like, well, I'll never get that fucking 3 minutes or 3 hours back, you know? I should have been fishing. And then my mom comes in and she hangs up her purse and her jacket, and she goes and sits down on her 70s ass couch with the brown flowers, you know, and wood trim, and she goes, now Justin, play me this song. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm about to fuck you up, Mom. I didn't say that. I'm sorry, there I go again. My dad would have been like, oh, God, would you talk to your mother that way? I said, okay. I got really excited. I grabbed my acoustic guitar from my bedroom and I ran in and I sat down on our fake ass hardwood floors. And I said, okay, here I go. So at age 16, this is what I played for my mom.